A week after the release of the Midas patch, Fortnite released the first major update, The Secret of the Mysterious Iceberg. Midas going to the dark side, major balance changes, return to Kratos Island, and how to save Freebucks. Cool Birds Oops Online with map which changes are not there this time. Or rather, there is still one. Any day now, a mysterious iceberg will appear, which will sail from the northeastern part of the island. I think you already guess. Who owns this huge globala? Should take place on April 9th. Major collaboration with Avatar. Where will the mini pass with a bunch of rewards appear? And inside this iceberg is no one else, like Aang and his pet. And in total there are 3 stages waiting for us. With each of them, the iceberg will get closer and closer until we can finally visit it. Feel the wipes of the 7th season of the first chapter for changing the map. At least that's my impression. What about corals and falling into a plane? Epics just forgot. But if you found something, be sure to let me know about it in the comments. But there are just a ton of game is a serious nerve in the sniper meter. Little of that rifles will now drop much less often. They also removed their unusual and rare ones from versions, so there should be fewer snipers. But here's what we need to dwell on in more detail. So this is on the Divine Banana. We knew about his appearance at the start of the season, but this special fruit reached the bellies of the loopers just now. After eating this yummy, it will instantly restore 25 HP and will regenerate 3 more health units for a full 20 seconds. In total, the Divine Banana will lose 100 HP, but that's not all. When consumed, increased running speed is granted and the effect of reduced gravity. Roughly speaking, this is an improved version, except with a time limit and giving gray healing. You can find it randomly all over the island. In general, a very useful thing. Besides the Divine Banana, the recycled Deagle has finally returned to the island. He became a little slower in terms of rate of fire, and the rest of the characteristics remained approximately the same what they were before. So in fact, it's a good old Deagle, but with a little fun. Now you can stick very tasty oats on it. For example, a site with increased data to track down cheating onlookers. If you're not a fan of snipers, especially after their nerfs, then the updated Deagle will definitely take a place in your inventory. Other item, which will appear very soon. This is a scroll of the water midge, timed to coincide with the release of Bark, which was available the following Tuesday, the 2nd April, according to its mechanics. It somewhat resembles a mythical hammer from collaboration with a magical battle. True, with one interesting feature. If you have a scroll in your inventory, then while in the water, you can remove part of your HP. I think it's quite suitable for breeding in Poseidon's skin. So in general, there will be a connection. There is one more interesting feature, which really is unlikely to appear this season. Found information in the game files that Epics are actively working on a new type of fuel, electricity. Most likely this is the basis for a new type which may appear as early as next season. Epics took Oleg's regime seriously. Of course, I won't describe all the changes. There are really a lot of them. But in short, then they brought a lot of new features for transport there. Now homemade products can finally be controlled. And if you are completely crazy, then you can build a real house on wheels. In general, albeit not the regime is developing. Meanwhile, many new NPCs appeared on the island. Who'll share with us new details bit by bit. Laura, but let's leave this for a separate story video. Now we are interested in Midas, which has changed a little since our last meeting. Now he looks more like an evil spirit. What exactly is this transformation connected with? It's still hard to understand. As an option, it's just a way for Epics to demonstrate players have extra Midas style, which by the way is already out in the item store, and you will have to fork out money to buy it. But Kratos also comes out by Wimpus Midas, his mythical daddy. So if you were waiting for the return of the mythical, then there is more mega than the return of Midas himself. It's time to spend 600 gold. Well, now it's time to talk about Kratos. Its release is actually confirmed. The whole point that a set was found in the game files, which supports the new item store design. So in the near future, the God of War will definitely be back. I hope Charlie Wayne plays with this somehow. Also, after update, many players received 950 bucks, and someone else got a skin fitted to their car. At the time of recording the video, for such generosity of epics, but as soon as the reason is revealed, I'll let you know in Jonesy's loot. Although right now I have one guess. I think that's the point that here. The other day there was a bug in the game, because of which many players lost Battle Pass level, or even he just disappeared altogether, as if they didn't buy it. Maybe these bucks were given to him? Should have been sent out exactly to the same players affected by the bug. But Riot Police, these are epics. Someone screwed up again, and they went to the bucks. Absolutely random players. Even for those who didn't have a battle pass. Will they take these bucks back? And what needs to be done to keep them? I think many of them are now worried about these very questions. There have already been moments in the history of Fortnite were mistakenly credited with bucks, and these have never been written off in dollars after publicity, so you can relax and spend it. For example, on the Midas skin, Fortnite is also launching as many as to new collaborations. First Snike, and everything is according to tradition. For creativity with challenges and to new skins. And here is the second collaboration with Guardians of the Galaxy. Fortunately, we weren't given any tests but here. There will be a paid set. Where can you loot? Legendary truck emote with nuts. Besides, a new quest will appear in the game soon, where you can also pick up several items. Well, what about without new skins? Maybe there aren't that many of them. But almost all of them turned out to be very good, especially the Guardians of the Galaxy from which we will actually start. It included Teenage Groot, Mantis, and the Invisible Drax. On the first side, the set turned out great, especially Groot and all his items and main emotion. But the rest of the guards, Fry let us down. Drax, it just looks too plastic and shabby. There, the set will be sold for real money, so you can put yours in bucks. But for the sake of the legendary emotion with nuts, it's not a sin and to bring a pittance to the epics. The star of the current patch, Sublime Midas. Absolutely everyone was waiting for this handsome and the guy. Designers did not disappoint. The main damn style is Wild Imba, which should definitely be in a Fortnite player's collection. Besides, all skins that are somehow related to Midas, for example's lot, have a golden touch. So, if you have long wanted to run around with golden, it's time to splurge. But the skins from the collaboration with Nike strange to say the least, especially this cool man. Although he definitely has his own style, and someone will even like this Kentic. The girl turned out much better than her brother. Pakalabi beautiful effects, cool animations. They also brought the style. Generally okay, but the next skin didn't work for me. There are a lot of girls like this in the game and spends 1,200 bucks on something like that. Not the best idea, especially when enough skins were brought in the update for the same price, which look much more interesting. For example, Horan, or rather the former Aura, apparently are lover of gold treasures, changed profession, and now transport the souls of loopers along the river Styx. For those who were sorry to spend 2,000 Rubax for the original Aurum, just a bridge KM. Yes, and so the skin itself looks very good for its cost of 1,200 wooden. Nuket Girl looks funny, but in my opinion, its price should be the same. It doesn't reach that of 1,200 bucks. And here is a set of punchy silences. I bought it immediately after turning on the servers. The skin itself turned out to be very beautiful and minimalistic. And in gold style, by the way, in my opinion, one of the best skins in this update. And finally, some street boy. If it were the second season of the 4th chapter, with all his cyberbank, the boy would fit in well. When the Greek gods walk around the island, he seems a little out of place here. Yes, and as I already said, for 1,200 bucks, there are much cooler options. Now it's time for new emotions. So the first major update of the season happened. Quite suitable. On the one hand, we were scammed into changing the map. On the other hand, they will still appear, but only with the release of the micropack next week. Seriously changed the balance of many and changed the sniper meta. Now you can't light a candle during the day. We returned the legendary deagle from storage. And I don't know about you, but as for me, the whole update in solo was pulled out by the divine banana. Okay, it's all a joke. The update, by stretch of the imagination, except for Jelly, is not bad at all. It's a shame I see there. After all, or maybe it didn't take place in the next Let's update. See if this is the one. The next update will give new storylines, map changes, and mini release with rank. So if you want to stay informed,